Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started. Yo! What's going on, friends? Family, whoever's out there. Maybe my grandmother or something's watching, I don't know. Family, friends, Hamilton, Rodney. What's going on, Rodney? Good to see you, buddy. Rodney's already in here talking to be patient, calm, collected, homosa, comosa, womosa on this beautiful morning, man. It might not look beautiful, right? All you see is red, and red is the color of blood, my man. So, yeah, that's where we are. So we're at 19,364. So here we are, I guess, kind of back in this. I mean, if we go to some of these charts over here, we're kind of just back in this sort of annoying range that we were like begging, pleading to get out of. Now we're back down at 19,400. Here we freaking are. Let's talk some charts this morning. Let's talk some stuff that's going on here. And everything in between. Everything in between. SBF is getting pegged by CZ. Yes, he's getting pegged by CZ. I mean, a lot of this sell-off, people very, very fearful over that, right? We obviously have midterm elections, so we got some volatility to begin with. We got CPI coming up on Thursday. You probably have Alameda selling off assets to cover for this FTX drop. I mean, there's a bunch of headwinds and a bunch of shit going on right now as we kind of wait for everyone to come on in here. But let's stick, I guess, for this time frame right now, because Bitcoin is testing its local lows here, right? As we start the stream, which is I guess, pretty symbolic for this. But let's play the dump song for all the bears out there. They've been waiting for the dump song, man. And here you go. I love how my thumbnail is me smiling as the price goes down. I think that's the best part about this. Me just going as the price goes down. And you got, I guess you got also the pump music playing in the pregame lobby as the price. it's just coming down like a rock. I mean, you gotta love it, man. All you can do is laugh. And to be fair, someone back earlier in the bear market was like, Jordan, we hate how you have this smiling face next to the price dumping on the thumbnail. And I'm like, dude, you got to do what you got to do, man. You know, you got to keep the smiling face up. You know why? Because there's always a smile on this beautiful face. You see this face, man? How could you not smile when Ethereum's your wife? You know what I mean? Shout out to Maj for getting me this mug. Gala and Ape looking nice right now. I will be good today. Your audience needs clarity today. Rodney needs some clarity. Anyways, let's see what's going on in the charts, guys. So right now, guys, at the end of the day, price is coming down hot and freaking heavy amid a bunch of freaking fear, right? I mean, right now, there is so much shit going on right now. I mean, you had last week, you had the FOMC meeting, right? You had freaking Powell being, you know, I guess some people call him dovish. I didn't think he was dovish at all, right? You got some altcoin regulation coming in from the SEC with that library thing that probably spooked a little some people with altcoins. You had now you have the SBF CZ thing going on, Alameda possibly going insolvent. All this shit is coming right at us right now, like a freaking missile, right? You go back to Friday, everything was good, man. We were chilling, and now you come into today, and it's all of a sudden upside down, tipsy turvy, whipty whirvy. Which is crazy. It's so crazy how the sentiment in this market can just flip on a dime. You guys remember Friday? Holy moly. We were having some fun on Friday, man. And now it's the opposite. Now it's doom and gloom. Now we're back, right? When the prices are red, it's doom and gloom. Holy shit, what's going on here? Are we going back down to 10K, 14K now? On Friday, it was, oh wow, look at the prices. Everything's starting to come up. That's pretty nice. Stuff changes like this, man. And would I be surprised if it changes again at some point in the near future? No, I wouldn't be whatsoever, because we've seen this, I mean, countless times, really in this range. And right now, guys, I mean, we're back in that annoying range at 19,400, right? And to me, and I will keep saying this, until Bitcoin comes down and smacks these lows, you know, which we've been at multiple times, right? I mean, we were saying this a couple weeks ago. No one here. I mean, until Bitcoin breaks these lows, 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 right? Breaks these lows, breaks these lows, breaks these lows. We've came back down to these levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and possibly 9 times. Okay? So, like we were saying a couple weeks ago, as we're coming back down, here we are at the same prices. All right? And you know, if I'm going to go based on previous precedents, I'm going to say that they're going to end up holding up. All right. I know that sounds crazy right now. And I get the point where you say, okay, well, if this happens, then we're going to go significantly lower, right? If Alameda gets crushed, we're going to go significantly lower. Yes. I mean, that is probably true in the grand scheme of things. But you also have to understand that we've been here before, right? We've been here before. So I always like to say this, and in times like this, it kind of gets a little bit, misconstrued. Is when the prices are coming down, take a deep breath, right? Take a deep breath, see where you are in the grand scheme of things. We're right back where we were a couple, and I could argue say a couple weeks ago, right? So before we get started with the TA, I just want to say, like, do some como sa, right? Don't overthink things when we really shouldn't overthink things. Stick to your plan, whatever your plan is, and just kind of go with the ride, man, because we're just stuck in a big freaking range at the end of the day, which is really annoying, right? Because the DXY is looking like it wants to come down, right? Stock markets are coming up slightly here. It was a perfect recipe for crypto to come up, but yeah, unfortunately, CZ and SBF have caught a bunch of fear. It is what it freaking is. It is what it freaking is. Let's see. Damn blood moon. You know what's going on, Roddy. It's a lot of fun going on right now. Let me take a sip of coffee here, guys. I'm only on coffee number 2. I was running a little late this morning, man. I'm sorry for slurping, by the way. It's the way I drink my coffee. If you don't like the way I drink my coffee, well, you know what? Bah! Come at me, man. All right. Let's talk some charts. Let's stop being weird. Let's stop ranting. Let's talk some charts now that we did some como sa and we sort of come down and we're humbled, right? We should be numb to this by now. At this point, we should be numb. Let's see where we're at. All right, so Bitcoin had a couple key levels here. And, you guys know my take. I'm looking for, if Bitcoin closes the daily below 20K, that was my swing point where I said, okay, I'm looking at this levels for 3 different levels. If Bitcoin broke 20K, that was my signal to say, okay, Bitcoin's probably going to get a significant move lower. Bitcoin broke 20K, and Bitcoin's came all the way back down to 19,300. So here we are. Now, you could look at this from a, I guess, a little bit of a positive way. I guess is somewhat. I mean, if you look at the charts, there were a couple vector candles to come back down here and take, right? Which means there was liquidity down to the downside for these exchanges, Binance, FTX, to come back down and take. All right, you had vector candle here, you had vector candle here, right? And you did actually come back down and look exactly where you wicked. Look exactly where you wicked. You wicked right to the bottom of this vector candle back down here towards 19,300, right? Almost to an absolute T, you wicked right to there. So now the question remains, if Bitcoin, from this point right here, I would not be surprised if Bitcoin comes back up and retests the underside of this range. All right. I would not be surprised whatsoever. And that's going to be the big test for me. That's going to be the giant freaking test is when and if Bitcoin comes back up and retests the underside of this, is it going to be able to smack back above? That's going to be the big question for me. Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, a bunch of RSIs are oversold, right? I mean, a bunch of lower in-time indicators show that you should get at least a little bit of a bounce back up. Okay. But it could just roll back over. We got to watch this very, 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 very carefully here as we sort of approach this. Now, we got a nice bounce initially. The one thing I am paying attention to is there's still this big wick down here. So this is on the 8-hour time frame. It's really on every single time frame. There's this big wick down here that spans all the way down to 18,600 that's still on the charts. Now, if I had my way, and this is me being a little bit greedy, I would prefer, and this is just me, don't shoot the messenger, man. At this point where we are in the charts at 19,500, I would prefer if Bitcoin just kind of capitulated back down and sort of took this wick so we didn't have to worry about it. Don't shoot the messenger, man. I know no one likes when, okay, someone wants the price to go down. Trust me. I don't like when people want the price to go down. You know what I mean? To be fair, I prefer if it just did that. Though I don't think it's going to be that sort of, that sort of way. I think it's going to be a rise back up, a retest, and then if it wants to get rejected, then it comes back down here, So we'll watch this very, very carefully. There is that wick, so you got to always stay standpointed of, okay, Bitcoin could come take this wick at 18,600. But like I said, until Bitcoin breaks the lows, it's still support. Nothing has changed. We're at 19,500. We were here a couple weeks ago. We've gotten dumped to this level 9 times. We went down and counted. We've got dumped to this level 9 times in worse fashions than we have before. Just do some Como Sa, all right? Let me see right here. Clint, what's going on, buddy? What's going on, man? Christ, is even Powerball fun? What's the Powerball fed, Mike? There's fun and everything. Shit, there's probably some fun on my face. Whatever fun is, you could say it's a fart, it's mud. I guess FUD is a mixture of farts and mud. No, I think that could be the thing that we sort of say there. Anyways, what else do we got? So the daily time frame. Man, we talked about, Bitcoin breaking that 20K level, at least in the short term, was probably not great. And that was my sort of invalidation level, and it broke. So now we kind of regroup. The good thing is we did get a sharp move back down, right? And we did take that last vector candle here on the daily time frame. Do we have any bullish divergence? Technically speaking, we do, right? But the problem is that we're going to close down here today. Technically speaking, there is some bullish divergence, but we need to wait for the close for that to sort of nullify that. And a lot can change between now and the end of the day. There's some rumors going around that sort of FTX is halting withdrawals. Before the stream, there was I think it was The Block was the source that they posted that FTX is withdrawing withdrawals in the last 3 hours. Is that true? I don't know. I tried to look it up to see if there's any other sources. I didn't see any other sources. So I'm not going to say it's 100% true. But obviously you can't take that stuff with a grain. You can't take that stuff with just a grain of salt. You obviously gotta factor that in. So, really, I think when you zoom out and you look at where we are, It's unfortunately, and it's really freaking annoying because the time right now is set up so well for crypto to sort of continue up a little bit higher. It just gets crushed. So we're just in a big range. Here we are. I mean, other than this one deviation to the upside, it's really been between 21,700 and 18,500. And man, it's just, it is what it is. Right? It is what it is. We can't change it, but sort of here we are. Let me see. My Powerballs are empty after spending 2 hours in the hub last night. My Powerballs, man. My Powerballs. That's freaking great. Mr. Hart. Where's Mr. Hart? That's the best comment I've seen in the chat this morning, man. Holy moly. Holy freaking moly. To be honest, today, I am more bewildered at just the sentiment changes in crypto. It's absolute. Can we just talk about it, guys? Like, it's crazy. 2 days can change things so much. It wasn't even Friday. It was Saturday. And just the discussions that we were having were so different. This market never seems to amaze me. All right, let's look at the weekly time frame. So weekly, bad start to the week, right? So it's been Monday, it's been a part of Tuesday, still a long week to go, right? A very, 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 very long week to go, if I may say so myself. Weekly time frame, not looking great to start the week, right? I mean, you got a little bit of a bearish engulfing candle here in the weekly, and the last time we did see that, we did see those in this little, I guess, in this little mumbo jumbo that we got going on here. You had a bearish engulfing candle here in the weekly. You got 1 week of continuation. You got bearish engulfing candle here on the weekly. You got 1 week of continuation. So far, you got that bearish engulfing candle. Now, you got to wait for the weekly close. I know that's not fun to say, okay, you got to wait till Sunday before this is confirmed, but you got to wait till Sunday before this is confirmed. No, that's just the facts of the chart. So here we are. You look at your weekly RSI. Yes, so far have gotten another rejection on this weekly RSI. It was a little bit more like this. Slight little fake out back above. Boop, right back down. So here we kind of are with just another rejection. Boop, boop, boop. You might as well call me a robot at this point. I'm going to go and boop, 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 boop. 1, 2, 3 touches. You got rejected again. So here we sort of are. Now, my take really hasn't changed, guys. I understand there's a bunch of FUD today and a bunch of like, holy shit. I don't think Bitcoin's going to break 17.5. This is just my opinion. Don't shoot me for it. But I do think a retest of the lows is certainly possible at this point. I do think it can come and sweep down towards the low 18,000s. In just my personal opinion. Don't shoot me for it. It is what it is. 20K was a big invalidation level for me. But yeah, listen. Obviously today everyone's going to be geniuses. Everyone's going to say 14K incoming, 10K incoming. Why? Because the prices are red. You know, if the prices are green tomorrow, everyone's going to say 25K incoming. That's just sort of the nature of the market. Right? Red candles equals 14K. Green candles equals 25K. So on and so forth. You know, so to me, I'm not going to get too stressed out. I mean, we've been here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Coming back down a 9th time. I mean, history says the support holds. Does it continue to hold? Just like last time, everyone was saying no, and it did. So, you know, once again, I guess we're sort of back in the same situation that we were before. No, that's really it. Not me, should go and dump. Dale, good to see you, man. Dale, last time you came in here and said it's going to dump, it went up. So thank you, Dale, for coming in, buddy. Thank you, Dale. I love when Dale comes in. Dale, thank you for saving the crypto market, bro. Thank you for saving it. Let's see. Again, lower highs and higher lows. Yeah, I mean, you're definitely right, Scotty. I mean, lower high, lower high, lower high, higher low, higher low, higher low. Here we are again, right? You're definitely right. I mean, it's not a perfect triangle, but you're basically just getting higher lows and lower highs, and this is getting squeezed, right? I mean, it really is getting squeezed. The problem is it's not a perfect way to sort of look at this, right? I mean, you broke out of this resistance back here, you know? I mean, I get what you're saying for sure, though, right? I mean, prices are getting higher lows, lower highs. Something's going to give here, and we shall wait and see, man. we shall wait to see. Obviously, today's days aren't fun. You know, they're fun. They're fun for the bears and things like that. But hey, if you took advantage of the lows down here, right? And we'll sort of say this again. That was a nice rally. Not so much for Bitcoin. People get too caught up in Bitcoin only went from 18,000 to 21,500. It's not all about Bitcoin, to be fair. Many altcoins performed extremely well in that time frame. That was a nice move. If you took profits up here, that's what I'm freaking talking about, man. All right. Now, we sort of look for where could Bitcoin get that next bounce. I think right here is a logical level for Bitcoin gets a bounce, like we said, right? You sort of got all the vector candles taken to the downside up to this point, right? It's looking a little shady right now. It is. But when does it not look shady when you're coming down, you know? So I still think that a retest of these levels makes sense before a continuation down. You know, if it's going to want to sweep the lows down here, which I think is certainly a possibility at this point. Certainly a possibility at this point. For sure. Let's see. Yo, what's up? Brandon, what's going on, buddy? Good to have you in the chat, man, today. I'm trying really hard, guys. I'm really trying hard to train myself not to slurp my coffee. I'm really trying hard. It's like I take it, I drink it, and I love it. I love it. It's unbelievable. Clint, no, not Clint. Dale.
Bitcoin's going to 10K.
Dale, can Dale and Clint type at the same time? Can you guys both type at 10:06 so we can prove that you guys are not the same person? I think Dale and Clint are the same person. Just my opinion. All right, total market cap. This is the big chart to watch right here, guys. This is the big ticket chart I want to watch today. Why? Because we've been talking about that. Total market cap is really just 3 steps. It's 3 steps. You got sort of the low range, you got the mid range, and you got the high range, right? I mean, if you look at total market cap price action for the last, since June, it's really just been, using these 3 levels as support and resistance. You guys can see here, right? We held this as support, and as resistance, we broke it. Resistance, support, we got back above, it was support, we broke through, it was resistance, it was support, was resistance, came back up, was support, was resistance, and now we're dumping back through. These 3 levels for total market cap, I think, tells you all you need to know. And this is why I would not count out a retest of the lows, depending on the daily close today, all right? If we look at where total market cap is right now, I would love for the bulls, and this is what the bulls want to hope for. The bulls probably want total market cap to close into this green box right here, right? That's what they want. Let me actually just label this as orange so you guys can see it a little bit better. We want to close above that green box because historically, when we broke below the orange box, right, we come back down to this green box here. Just based off this chop that we've had here for the last 5 or 6 months at this point, that's been the case. So if total market cap can come back up, wick back up, close back above here by the end of the day, I think that's a good, I guess I could say a good sign, but at least good for the short term. You know, we can say, okay, it could just be a retest of this W formation, right? But if it closed below, man, it's one of those things that you still got this sort of move where it kind of just chops in between the two. And I wouldn't be surprised if it come and tested the lows. So, that's really it. I think right now the best thing we can do is just play it by range, right? Range by range. We got 1 level, 2 level, 3 level, breaks this level, comes to this level, holds this level. Good for now. But we shall wait to the daily close. You never know what's going to happen until the daily close, my friends. Let me see. GT Nuts said smash the like button. Smash that like button, said GT Nuts. Right now, the bears are smashing our nuts. They are smashing our nuts. Right? They're like a big nutcracker. They found a big nutcracker at the dollar store down the street, okay? And now they're smashing our nuts, okay? And it's not pretty. It's not pretty. I mean, you don't want to think about that as a man, okay? Of your nuts getting smashed. But we will smash their nuts again at some point, my friends. Just today is not the day for that. Slurp the coffee. If they don't like it, they can switch to another channel. Shout out to you, Interactive. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. All right, I think we talked enough about Bitcoin, and I think we sort of have marked off the levels we want to see hold. Right, 19,300, big level. Vector candle down here, $19,300 breaks. You could see a sweep of the lows down to 18,600, which is this big wick. Ultimately, I see it holding, bearing that you do get some crazy news that Almeida's going under or some shit like that, which would be the black swan event we're looking for. So, that's sort of my base case. I think support holds unless a black swan event comes out. That's always been my base case here. Anyways, let's sort of jump back into some altcoins, shall we? Let's get a little deep and dirty in some altcoins. Let's dive right in, shall we? Who says that? Someone says that. Let's dive right in to the charts. Who says that, man? Someone's got to say that. Someone's definitely got to say that. I like nuts. You like nuts? Cheers. Cheers, man. Anyways, what's going on with ETH? What is going on with Captain Ethereum? Well, Ethereum, I guess you could look at this a couple different ways, right? It got rejected from the 200-day moving average, right? And I get the point where you look at the 200-day moving average and you see this insta-dump. And if you look at the last time Ethereum got Doge bonked off the 200-day moving average, it got dunked on, right? It got dunked on like Giannis dunking over Devin Booker in the 2021 finals. Shout out to Giannis, man. But here's the deal, man. Right now, I think is a pretty crucial point for Ethereum too on the charts, because we look at this, right? What do I see for Ethereum? Let's just take this over and let's put this right here. This is a big support level for ETH right here. And it's the same thing as Bitcoin that you want to see it hold its current range and really total market cap, right? Let's just mark this off. What do we see? We see support, we see support, we see support, and so far we're getting support. Now, you also look at the daily time frame, and I see come back down. I see liquidity taken, right? This was liquidity here. This was liquidity here. Ethereum now has came back down and took that liquidity. So the big test for me now is you got to respect support until it's broken, right? So just like Bitcoin, I think we're going to get a big test. I think we're going to get a really big test here for ETH, which is basically the underside of this M formation right here, right? Rise, retrace, came back down to support. I do expect a bounce from this level, all right? And the big test will be, will it be able to reclaim the M formation lows? If it doesn't, it's a classic just retest continuation. So this will be the big level. The retest of like 1500, 1510, somewhere in that region. I do expect something like this. Either a break and we kind of sort of continue up, maybe something to do with the midterms, the CPI or something like that. Or I expect a retest and then a break of support and then a retest of the lows, which, it is what it is at this point, and we find ourselves back in the horrid green box, or I guess the green box of opportunity, which you can call it, which was back down here that no one wanted to take advantage of last time. We could find ourselves back in there if we cannot reclaim that level. So here we are at another crossroads for something else, and sort of waiting to see how this reacts from this point. Anyone to trade the euro? Let's see what we got going on here. Look at the DXY. Oh, man. I hate SBF. I hate CZ, man. Oh, my God.
Rant alert.
I hate SBF, and I hate CZ. Listen, I'm going to say it. CZ could not have picked a worse time for this. I will say that. Anyways. Everyone always forgets that Binance always hasn't been innocent in the past either. But, hey, I'm not here to point fingers at people. DXY. We want to see the DXY break this support level, all right? We want to see the DXY break the support level, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. DXY is testing that right now. Oh, my Lord, man. Oh, my Lord. We want to see the DXY break this level. So bad. So freaking bad, man. So if this does break, which it has broken in the past on a few wicks and a few candle bodies here, but really, man, if the DXY breaks this trend, I mean, that's breaking the trend since the bear market. Very similar to what we saw, very similar to what we saw with the euro, right? Very similar. This was the perfect, man, everything was lining up so good for a move up for crypto with the DXY coming down, with the stock markets performing decently well the last few days, and that just got freaking fried by two guys that you would hope would be good for crypto. I don't want to start some drama at the worst time. It is what it is. But yeah, I wish that happened a few weeks ago when we were at the lows, but hey, it is what it is. You can't sort of change it, I guess. Dion said, I love CZ, he's daddy. I'm sure you do, man. I'm sure you do. But yeah, I mean, we want to see this level ultimate break. Once again, the euro has been killing it since we got to our green box, no? Been absolutely killing it. And it's holding this range like a freaking beast. We called that perfectly over here, man. So far, the DXY has been holding the highs. Euro has been holding the lows. Now we just, it's just annoying because, right when you think you get some momentum, it gets crushed. Which is certainly annoying. But the euro breaking trend, so far so good. It really was a breakout, a back test, and now you're getting that continuation on the euro, which is perfect. That's the perfect environment that you want to see for risk assets. Unfortunately, it's not really, I mean, it was performing well, but unfortunately now we get hit with some FUD and it gets pushed back down, and I guess you live to fight another day here. But we hope it starts correlating again, right? Because right now Bitcoin's kind of doing its own thing again, and it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Drunk Bear, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Drunk Bear with the coffee, the bear, and the sleeps. You still tired, Drunk Bear? I think everyone's tired, man. I think everyone's tired. Is anyone not tired of the chat? Let me know. Let me know if anyone's not tired this morning. Holy moly. Holy guacamole. Support at 109. Holy euro. Yeah, I mean, the euro's crushing it. Same thing with the DXY is going down. And that's why I still do think Bitcoin's going to hold support as long as the DXY goes down. Right? Right now there's a lot of FUD intra-crypto, but I think outside of crypto, everything looks okay. You know? 2WI said, I'm tired. Nice. I'm pretty tired too today, man. I'm pretty tired today to do. Like I said, I've only had 2 coffees. I'm usually at 3 at this point. But, you know, I was running a little bit late this morning because, I was just running a little late. Hamilton said, I'm not tired. Handleton, why you're not tired, man? You got to be tired. You got to be tired. Palajek said, I'm not tired. Drunk Bear said, I already ran 4 miles today. Yeah, I'm going to be going to the gym after this, which I'm pretty excited for here. Palajek said, on rowing machine now. I got back day to do today too, man. We got to pump out that back. We got to get that pump going. We got to pull the BB. No, we ain't bench pressing today. We got to do some pull-ups. We got to do some rows. We got to do some face pulls. You know, we got to do everything in between today, if you know what I mean. Bitcoin just chilling. DXY getting catapulted down at the current moment. Once again, I'm not going to get too excited over the DXY breaking trend because we did get a slight deviation here back in August, and it popped right back up. I want to see multiple days below this trend line. Multiple days, and preferably even breaking this little bit of a channel that we got going on, right, with lower highs, lower lows. I want to see this channel broken in a few days below this trend before I get like, oh my god, look at the DXY. It looks like it's finally it's been in a downtrend, I guess you could argue, since sort of mid-September there. Rest in peace, Samantha. Hamilton, watching your stream energizes me. Get energized, man. Get energized. I'm a little tired today. I'm trying my best. All right. Let's see what we got going on here, guys. Let's see what we got going on. Gonna go out and vote eventually? Yeah. Here's what it is. Kennedy said, I'm effing exhausted on the path of the eye of my second hurricane. Woo! That's brutal, man. That's absolutely brutal. But, I mean, all in all today, guys, I get there's a lot of fear and FUD out there, man, and I just want to, you know, sort of reiterate that I get it, right? That could obviously be a catalyst for a move lower for sure. But what I'll always like to say is you can always find some catalyst to move lower. There's always something out there, right? I'm going to stick based off what I've seen in the charts for the longer term. I'm not really going to go over those today because that's probably not a popular thing to go over today. Everyone wants to hear, it's going to go lower, it's going to go lower, it's going to go lower. But, nothing's really changed for me, right? At least on the charts. Short term, okay, yeah, you broke a little short term trend, but I go over, say, the weekly time frame, and you sort of here, you're still above support, and really nothing's really changed there on the weekly time frame for me. Obviously, some of the shorter term time frames look a little like I said, the daily probably looks the worst at the current moment, but I want to wait for the daily close today. I'm very curious to see where Bitcoin will close today. Right? Because right now there's a lot of selling going on because of this. You see this guy? There's a lot of selling going on with this because of a top 20 crypto dropping 33% is going to have major implications on the market. Because they're going to try to hold that shit up by selling other assets, right? They're going to be selling their Solana, they're going to be selling their Bitcoin, they're going to be selling their Ethereum to try to prop up FTT, And I would say as long as this continues down, it's going to put selling pressure on the market, unfortunately, which we don't want to see. But that's the simple case of the market right now, So unfortunately, we got to kind of see how this continues to play out. And, I would say as long as this continues down, they try to prop it up with people trying to withdraw from FTX or FTT. It's going to put selling pressure on everything else. And that's why you're seeing today, despite the DXY capitulating to the downside. The DXY is down 0.5% today already, right? Despite that fact, Bitcoin is still struggling here, You gotta love it, man. I guess you gotta, I put it in the Discord today, you gotta love, parentheses, hate this market. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Apparently they are out of BTC and have almost depleted their ETH. That would be awesome. Deplete all that shit. Get them out of here, and then we'll sort of do our thing. Unfortunately, right now we have to wait for all that to be depleted because as they sell Bitcoin, that's going to bring down altcoins. As they sell Ethereum, that's going to bring down altcoins, and unfortunately, that's what we got going on right now. It was a massive hedge fund, like Alameda, or a massive exchange like FTX selling off their assets, which is pretty brutal, man. Pretty brutal. 2W said I already voted. I was the only person in line. That's the state of the country, I guess. But Tom Brady said, I forgot Tom Brady was the spokesperson for FTT. He's gonna be hiding in the shadows right now. He's gonna be like, Tom Brady is gonna be going nuts right now. Holy moly. Is the euro just going to keep going? Dude, right now the DXY is getting capitulated to the downside. It is. The last 3 days in the DXY have been pretty big. For the DXY standards. Down 3% in the last 3 trading days is a lot. So that's what we want to see. We just have to see it in the prices of other assets going up. Even the stock market's not like booming right now. I would say you look at the NASDAQ, it's trying to form a good base here at the current time. The problem is I look at the NASDAQ in the short term, I see a little bit of a rising wedge on the 1 hour time frame, So be careful on the NASDAQ. If you think the NASDAQ is just going to go nuts, it could, but I do see higher highs and higher lows in a little bit of a wedge formation, which we know these wedges do typically break to the downside. So be very, very careful here. If the DXY is moving up quick, that can change very, very fast. As much as I want it to keep going down, I know how that shit works, especially early on in the trading day, right? Hold on. Let me go back over here. Oh shit, this is the stock. Okay, hold on. Let me get this coming over here. There we go. All right. Is the euro going to keep going? The euro is killing it, at least at the moment. We want to see this previous high broken for the euro. And then we're sort of like, okay, we're back off to the races. We're back above that 1 psychological level, and we can sort of continue up there in the euro. Like I said, guys, I think everything outside of crypto looks fine. It's just, It's just that you have FUD inside of crypto, and that's causing a slight deviation and causing the kind of the correlation between Bitcoin and stock markets and Bitcoin and the DXY to get a little bit shady in the short term. In the little bit shady. That's what happens when you have sell pressure on the market. Overall, I'm watching total market cap like a hawk today. If total market cap can somehow get back above 934 billion by the end of the today, I actually don't mind that at all. I don't, because I'm looking at the market like this. Total market cap right now is the most important chart in my personal opinion. I'm looking at this like a hawk. Close below here, I'm looking for a move down here. Close above here, I think we're fine from there, and I see a move back up to the highs. That's really it. I'm playing these three ranges like a freaking hawk, because these have been the ranges. If you played these ranges basically this whole time, right? You longed here, you shorted here, you longed here, you shorted here, you longed here. You come back up, you short here, you get stopped out. Okay, you lost one trade. It moves back up, right? Breaks here, you pray to the next level, okay? Come back, all right? Breaks back up, you get stopped out in that trade. Okay, you can't win them all. Comes back down to support, you long there. You short here, you long here. You short here, you long here, you get stopped out. Okay, cool. Long, short, long, right? Back up. You short here, you get stopped out. Right here, you short. And if you just keep playing the ranges, obviously you're not going to win every single one. But that's sort of been the, I guess the play here. If you're looking at it very simplistic way, you know, very simplistic way. So I'm curious to see what the daily close will close tonight. That's really what I'm watching going into the rest of today. Let's see. Antonio Brown rubbing his hands right now. Rubbing his hands, man. Antonio Brown. I haven't heard of that guy in forever. Look at FTT, man. Guys, you think FTT's go to zero? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Will FTT go to zero? Let's do a quick poll. What's this start a Q&A shit, by the way? Will FTT go to zero? Yes or no? I'm just curious what people think. Most people will say yes because they're probably salty, you know, and because they're down about 34% today. Drew, why are you telling now to play the ranges? Oh, we always play the ranges, man. We always play the ranges. This whole time in here, we were playing the ranges, right? You know, this whole time in September, right? Resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support. So we sort of said until this breaks out, I mean, it is what it is. Now we're back in this damn range, which is really annoying. I think he got with Giselle. That's what happened. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, he loves playing football. At the end of the day, you gotta let people do what they love to do, right? I mean, listen, he's happy playing football. She got with him when he started playing football. Okay, so if she's not okay with it, I don't know what to tell you. You know, and that's probably why they're getting divorced, right? He loves to play football. You can't. That's my opinion on the situation. You know, what if he was like, "I want you to stop modeling"? She would probably say no. You know, so it is what it is. Like you can't. You know, I want you to stop doing the thing you love doing the most and the thing that makes you happy. No. That's not how this works. Oh, no, I'm talking Antonio Brown got with her. Antonio Brown. He probably did. Knowing Antonio Brown, you know, that dude is, well, I mean, based off reports, that dude is kind of insane. Just, you know, just slightly insane. Who's more insane, Antonio Brown or Kyrie? I don't know at this point. I don't freaking know at this point. I love how the Nets just suspended Kyrie. You can't come back until you do all this stuff. I've never seen that before for any player in my life. You have to complete this checklist before you can come back. It's crazy. It's never enough. Oh, Lord. Lord. No, I'm talking, Giselle isn't a tight end anymore. Oh, Lord. Lord. She already knew he was a football player. Not like it's new strange behavior. Facts! You know? Facts. It's probably CTE. I mean, yeah, it could be that too. I get that. But also, once again, you married him when he was a football player. What were you expecting? You know? Anyways, besides that point, I think that's all I mean, a couple different altcoins, guys. I know there's a lot of FUD on Sol. Like I said, I'm seeing a lot of FUD on Solana, but I'm looking at a lot around the cryptoverse. I see coins that are down more than Solana at the current moment. Just saying. I get it because Alameda and FTX have a lot of ties to Solana, so I understand the FUD on that. But I'm looking at, I mean, Doge is down more, Matic's down more, Dot's down more, ETH is almost down more, right? Algo's down more, Atom's down more, and it is what it is. I mean, it's down as almost as much as everything else. So I mean, Sol, it's right at support. I get people are like looking at this like, oh my god, this looks exactly like the FTT chart. But I mean, what I've always said about Solana is I would rather Solana go down now. Because I think Solana is a good project. I mean, all in all said and done. But I think it's too tied into FTT. I would rather them dump all their Solana now, have the Solana price come down a little bit, and get them out of freaking that. Just get them out of that, right? Then have to worry about that in the future. So, you know, all in all, whatever happens here short term for Solana, it's going to happen short term. You can't change it. So here we are, sitting at support again for Sol. I'd rather FTT just liquidate their Solana if I'm going to be perfectly honest here in the short term. Rule number 1 of life: never let Antonio Brown live in your house. Who would you rather live with, Antonio Brown or Kyrie? Let me know. I actually probably would pick Kyrie, even though he would annoy the shit out of me with his wokeness, you know. But, you know, Antonio Brown, a little bit of anger issues, so I think I'd rather go with Kyrie. Yes.
You only have 2?
Yes, only 2.
I only have 1, and there's not enough coffee.
Okay, you take it.
No,
you take it.
It's fine.
You take it.
I got half.
We're fighting over the last coffee. Man. Athletes aren't always the brightest bulbs. True. All right, FTT just continues to get catapulted. Just dump this thing, man. At this point, stop trying to hold it up. This thing's gonna go. just let it dump at this point, man. You know, I mean, just get it out of the way. Get another big player out of the space, and let's just let it happen. Let's see some other alts that are coming down. I mean, everything's down almost the same amount. You know, everything's down about 9% on the day. Link's holding up pretty well. I got to give it to Link, man. Got to give it to Link. It's holding up like a champ. At least we could say, you know, Link's holding up only down 5% today. Woo! Matic, obviously down pretty big today. I mean, if you look where it came from, I mean, it's down a good amount, but I mean, it's still all the way up here, no? It's still at 110, where when we were saying to buy the support, it was down at 70 cents. So still holding up pretty damn well, I guess, for now. But I mean, just like everything else, it's got to reclaim some of these previous lows, or in the short term, it's going to look a little sketchy, right? I mean, right here, Matic, you sort of wick down, you came back up, you're going to candlestick that wick. Can it hold these levels here? Because you did come back down and take this vector candle liquidity there, you know? And that's the big question. Like, if it can rise up, can it, you know, really break back above this key level here? It is sort of the big question. If it doesn't, you got a little bit of a head and shoulders action, and you probably come back down and take these lower lows. And that would be Bitcoin coming back down to the low 18Ks, you know? So here's Matic. Pay attention to Matic. Matic has been sort of a driver of the market the last couple days, for sure. For sure. Doge, Doge broke a big support level, right? I don't love the Doge chart at the current moment. Doge broke this big support I want to see hold, right? Support, did break that support. Doge coming down. I think at this point, you look where Doge is. I mean, on the daily time frame, it makes perfect sense to come all the way back down to 8.8 cents at this point, you know? I mean, just look at it. Just ignore everything else. Look at the support and resistance levels. You broke support. The next one is resistance, resistance that you're trying to turn into support here. You also got the 50-day moving average and the 200-day EMA coming in right at that range too. You should find some support at 8.8, but the Doge looking like after it broke this level here, looking like it wants to retest down there. We did not get any Elon tweet at support, which, you know, everyone's saying Elon's going to tweet right here. We got no Elon tweet. So, Elon, give us a tweet, man. No, but Doge getting a nice retrace there. Just kind of like everything else, I guess. Let's see. Jordan, your ticker and... Boa said, that's cute. You think that's a fight? Not married yet. Never married, my friend. You will never find myself getting married. Ever. Cheers. Cheers, 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 cheers. Kyrie, so I fight about flat earth? True. I think I'd rather live with Kyrie because Antonio Brown, he might wake up and kill you someday. Kyrie, he'll just be annoying. Yo, have you heard about the flat earth today, bro? It's so flat, man. There's a waterfall at the end of the earth. The water just falls right off of it. It's flat, bro. It's like, get out of here, man. We've already talked about flat earth a million times. Flat earth, thinking that the earth is flat is like thinking that, I don't know, like Bob is not round, you know? It's sort of just not true. It's sort of just not true. But that's besides the point. All right, I think everyone kind of knows what we're watching for, right? I think, you know, we look at some things outside of crypto. There's some good signs, right? The DXY continues down. That's ultimately good for the macro, you know, and sort of we continue to watch. Like I said, everything out of crypto looks fine for now. It's just a lot of FUD inside of crypto. So we got to let the shit shake out. If I'm going to be honest, I'd rather it just shake out now. I'd rather, FTT just dump to freaking zero and they let it happen at this point. You know, let them liquidate all their Bitcoin. Let them liquidate all their Ethereum. Okay. Let them liquidate all their Solana, all this stuff. Just let it freaking happen. Okay. So we can get them out of here and sort of, you know, just instead of letting this linger over crypto for the next couple of days to weeks, which would be really annoying. Let it happen. Let it freaking happen, man. If the rumors are actually true, which at this point, you know, if they weren't true, this dump probably is going to hurt them a lot. So that is that's sort of the case that we're in right now, man. All right, so let's watch very, very carefully. I would say the levels I'm watching, 19.3. 19.3 doesn't hold. I wouldn't be surprised to see Bitcoin sweep the lows down here again, right? At 18.6. And come take this little wick down here that we still have at the end of the day. So watch carefully, and we shall reconvene and you know, see what the rest of this week plays out for. Right? We got midterms today. We got CPI coming up on Thursday. You know, we sort of got a lot of just mess in the crypto market at the moment. A lot of shit going down, which could swing things one way or the other. So I'll see you guys at 7 p.m. tonight, my man. Keep it easy. Keep it, I was going to say keep it hard, which is a little weird. But keep it easy. Keep it hard. And I'll catch you guys at 7 p.m. tonight, all right? Don't do anything to do. Don't panic, study crypto. Most of all, don't panic, study crypto. And don't be afraid to take profits in the bear market rallies until proven otherwise. All right? Later, guys. Peace. Have a fantastic day. And we'll reconvene tonight to see where everything ends up. Can we get a little retrace before the close? Can total market cap get back above our orange box? If it does, I think that's a pretty good sign. If it doesn't, not a good sign. All right? Adios, guys. Peace. See you later. Keep it hard. All right. Later, guys.